Hey guys! So today's video is going to be a DIY pillow, as you can tell by the title. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so what you're going to need is some fleece, a pair of scissors, some chalk, and optional pom-poms, letter stencils, and some felt. Oh, and obviously the plush. Mine is silky soft. Okay, so first I'm going to start off by roughly measuring how big I want my pillow to be. The measurements for the piece of fleece that I'm cutting is 36 by 20 inches. So here I'm just marking off where the 20-inch mark is so that I cut my line straight as possible. And then I'm going to end up folding that piece in half so that the two pieces are about 17 by 20 inches long. Just kidding, I meant 18 by 20 inches. And then once I'm done folding it in half, I'm going to take a piece of chalk and just trace the outline of the shape I want, which in this case is a moon. I actually started off using a piece of white chalk, but you couldn't see anything, so I switched to a purple one. You can make your moon as thin or as thick as you want. Mine ended up turning out kind of thin. Now we're going to go ahead and cut out our shape. Make sure you leave about ½ inch to an inch when you're cutting it out, just so that you have room depending on whether you're going to sew it or glue it together. And since we folded the piece of fleece in half, you should have two moon-like shapes once you're done cutting it all out. Now I'm going to take out my stencils to spell the word that I want on my pillow. I chose to write the word Moonchild because my birthday is June 26th, so I'm Cancer, and the moon is what rules my sign. So that's what I'm gonna write on there. I'm just putting the stencils on the pieces of felt and tracing them with a chalk, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut them out. So now I'm gonna place the letters that I cut out onto the front of the pillow, just placing them to see where I want them to go. Now you have two options with this. You can either totally just glue the letters on, or you can sew them on, which is what I did. I ended up hand sewing them just because, you know, I need to get some practice in, and I thought the stitching would look nice. So after tying the knot at the end of my string, I'm gonna start from behind the sheet and then just poke the needle up on through, and then I'm just gonna do a normal up and down stitch. Here's a close-up of it, just in case you wanted to try it out yourself. Literally just up and down and then pull through. Okay, so I finally finished stitching on the letters. Now what you're going to do is take both of your sheets and make sure the outside of them are facing into each other. Also, I didn't mention this before, but when you're gluing or sewing on the letters, make sure you leave room on the outside just so that you have enough space to sew or glue. And then once you have your two sheets together, you can again either glue it, but I decided to sew it. So I'm just gonna follow my purple outline that I had done before, and yeah. Also, I totally forgot to mention, whether you're gluing it or sewing it, once you get to the end, make sure you leave a little open space, like I'm going to show you right now. Yeah, so that you're able to flip the pillow right side. So here I am. So you kind of just, I can't really explain this part. You kind of just have to, you know, see what works best for you to get it flipped around. And then you're gonna take your fluffy stuffing. I don't know what to call it. I don't know why I called it fluffy stuffing. Well, I mean, I guess that's basically what it is, right? And you're just gonna fill your pillow with as much or as little as you want. I ended up making mine kind of poofy a little bit. So yeah, just go ahead and do that. And to finish off your pillow, you have two options. You can either just fold it how I'm showing you and glue it, or you can sew it. Once again, I'm gonna be sewing mine. So once I get my thread on my needle, I'm just gonna do what I did to sew the letters on, just a basic up and down stitch again. And I think I should end up showing you a close-up, so if you want to learn how to do that, just watch the close-up because I can show you better than I can explain. And when you're done closing up the pillow, you're all done with the project. Yay! I know my moon came out a little bit lumpy from the top. That's just because my sewing skills are still very beginner.